Hello and welcome, my Masters 8 Leafs. Well, big things are upon us. So, no need to prolong this anymore. Let's dive right into the episodes.
Episode 112, Homecoming, the champion of Alola. Ash has returned to Alola, but something is very fishy here. How can he still be 11 years old while in the time he was gone from Alola, a child was not only born, but also grew a bit? This kid is at least close to 1 year old. The Eevees smell their butts. Unexpected thing to see, but I guess it does seem very natural. Guess this confirms that Chloe's Eevee will not evolve. But if they wanna sell us that Eevee is also a valid choice, like it kinda is the normal type evolution, they should really buff it up. With 325 base stat total and the strongest move it can learn being last resort, and no real type diversity in its moves, it doesn't really work out. The partner Eevee was a good step ahead in making Eevee a valid option. They should build on that one. Of course they gonna battle if Ash is here. And what else in Alola, if not a battle royale? Ash versus Kukui versus Kiave versus Gladion. Those two are the commentators? Well, guess they don't have much else to do. Also, what is that little symbol on his chest?
Ash goes in with Pikachu. Kukui goes in with Incineroar. Kiara goes in with Marowak. Gladion goes in with Nihilego.
I mean, that is a pretty logical strategy. Ash is the champ and thus the strongest. Getting rid of him first makes sense. Pikachu managed to avoid Marowak's Z move by launching himself into the air with an electric attack. That was an awesome move, and that also shows you why the game logic never applies to the anime. You couldn't do that in those games. And of course he has to use Pikachu's Z move. It would be a shame not seeing this here. They do not show us who won, but it should be Ash, right? After all, he is ready for the Masters 8. And his old electric friend wishes him luck for that upcoming tournament. Well, not much to talk about this episode, but it was great. The battle was nicely performed and a solid final hooray for Alola, which we probably won't see again all that soon. Episode 113, Catch Reggie Eleki. Well, you saw it in the title, the final mission in which Go really needs to succeed if he wants to be in the search party. And look, it's Gary, his companion for today's mission. Well, why does Gary even have to do anything? Only 3 tokens are awarded. He has 12 and the second place has 8. So no matter what happens, he will be in. Well, the Dance Dance Revolution dance-off is on. That would be an interesting episode, but this is how you decide which one you are going to encounter. But they come up with the idea of doing both at the same time, and I love it. Sure, it is not possible in the games. However, for the anime, a double battle against those 2 Reggies is great. But before they can complete it, those 2 interfere. They got the same mission, which is really stupid. If Gary and Go succeed, they don't even get the chance anymore. That seems pretty unfair. Well, they settle who goes first by a Pokémon battle, which makes sense and gives both sides a fair chance, I guess. But of course, they quickly lose. This was such an unnecessary distraction that the writers wanted to swipe it away as fast as possible. So, maybe just not introduce it in the first place? Well, the battle against the real plot is finally on. And while they chose Pokémon with a type advantage, the Reggies are intelligent enough to just change opponents. I really like that. I like combined attacks like this. But how is Cinderace not throwing up? It isn't used to this type of movement. But well, weakened, they get Pokeballs thrown at them. We know there are Ultra Balls though, so this seems stupid not using those. And Go would be perfect for showing off all kinds of different Pokeballs even. And they stay in. Go has 2 legendaries now. Or 3 if you count Zamazenta. Well, with that he has won 3 tokens. However, with him only being at 7, it comes down to other people's failures if he is in. Whoa, the Reggie summoned a Dynamax Regigigas. But it just disappears right away. That's a bit disappointing. Oh well. And well, alongside Gary and Tokyo, Go of course has passed. He is a protagonist after all. This episode was again pretty good. Just wish they would have shown more of the Reggie battle and dropped those other 2. But oh well. Episode 114. A fire training battle. Ash versus Paul. Ash visits all his old Pokemon to tell them about this huge important tournament and that they aren't important enough to join him for it, other than all his new ones. Kinda. Well, I do like Ash having a new team every season. I kinda would want an all-star team for this tournament, but we went through a lot with these new ones as well, so yeah. Gengar's blasting off again! While looking for Gengar, they meet one of the show's biggest a-holes, Paul. I never even watched the seasons he was in, but I know he sucks. He says, all high and mighty, but if a Gengar that is normally cold to the touch suddenly is hot, you can't immediately know what's up. Ash is a trainer, a bit of first aid is included there, but he is no professional medic. Go wonders why Infernape listens to Paul, and Ash explains that it is because Paul owned it before. Yes? And then abandoned it in one of the meanest ways possible, so why is it listening to Paul again? Oh boy, the tip of Electivire's cable looks very suggestive without the rest. Or is it just my dirty mind? Gengar is about to learn a new move, and I bet it's Fire Punch. Yes, in the games it can't learn that naturally, but the anime never cared about that. Well, they are going to battle, but Paul only wants him to use his Masters team. Obviously, if he wants to train those, why would he use something else? And well, we're probably never gonna see him using older Pokemon in general. Really? It's just Will-O-Wisp? Sure, getting burn onto your enemy is nice and all, but Fire Punch has a chance to as well. But at least it will do damage even if the burn fails. Well, the battle is on and we start with Gyarados versus Lucario. Which Lucario wins by aura sniping. That does look cool. Next up, Ugly Dragon versus Chubby Dragon. Well, Dragonite is immune against ground type attacks, so it has a slight advantage when it comes to types. And Ash just invents a new move that you could call Meteor Tackle. Well, it is just Draco Meteor with Dragonite going in for the attack alongside the Meteors, but that is a cool and neat idea. And well, the last battle is kinda lame. Gengar wins because Burn lowers attack power, but well, nothing spectacular is happening really. Oh, Go wants to put it like he did all that especially for Ash. But I don't think he is that friendly. He just wanted to show off. Wait, is this spoiling us who he will be up against in the tournament? Please, that would be so stupid. Don't do that. Well, this episode was so-so. Would have been better if we saw more of Ash's older Pokemon. But now, the tournament finally begins. Episode 115. The curtain rises. The Masters Tournament. OMG. We finally get to see Hop. And he will go against Ash. And his Wooloo gets finished off by one of Pikachu's Iron Tails. I just hope he just started out. He doesn't deserve to be shown as that weak. And suddenly, we are introduced to 3 completely new characters. One is a talking Meowth, just like Team Rocket's. What a strange coincidence. And thus, the biggest tournament ever in this show begins. I am really hyped and I hope we see all the battles, not only Ash's. Well, seems like we didn't get spoiled. He has to face Steven in the first round, sure. But if no one defeats Dande, which I don't believe will happen, he never faces Lance. And Iris might defeat Cynthia as well. If he has a Rillaboom, that would mean Hop got Score Bunny, the one weak to the player starter. If that applies here in some way. But Grass Starter versus Grass Starter, let's go. And he Gigantamaxes right away. But wait, this might mean Dalian's regular Charizard against Alan's Mega Charizard? Interesting. I love how Grookey imitates Gigantamax Rillaboom with Go as a drum. But even if Alan could overcome the Gigantamax, against the 4 times effective Acrobat, he loses. Also, without the drum, Rillaboom looks pretty rad. Here we go, Charizard versus Charizard. Gosh, I hope they don't give someone important a Charizard again. I do like Charizard, but I cannot see it anymore. What? Don't change out in the midst of this battle. Idiot! Have you heard of honor battles? But well, now he has to get Charizard back out. And probably will go Mega. It did, but got pretty easily defeated by Dalian's Charizard. Dalian didn't even need 3 Pokemon. That was kinda awesome. He really is strong and they show it in a good way. Next up will be Lance versus Diantha. She does have some strong fairy types, but her game counterpart is so boring and lame, like the whole Kalos League. Well, I'm rooting for Lance. And he will probably win because he battled against Dalian before. This episode was really cool and I am really hyped.
So, what did you think? Are you hyped for this tournament as well as I am? Tell me in the comments below. And also, don't forget to meet your tackle, the like, subscribe and that little bell button to keep updated whenever I upload a new video. Also, check out the links down in the description below to my Twitter and Instagram where I post stuff and keep you updated, as well as to my Twitch where I stream every Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Hope to see you over there as well. And until next time, bye!